Understanding behavior and techniques to regulate emotions in children. Hello, I'm Indranee Liew, and I will be speaking to you about emotional regulation. What is emotional regulation? Or what is self-regulation first? Self-regulation is an individual's ability to modify an emotional state so that to promote adaptive, goal-oriented behaviors. This means that self-regulation enables a person to control their emotions so that they're able to carry out their activities. Now, if you look at the picture, all right, you have a circle in the middle which says whole individual development or holistic individual development. Usually, okay, where school is concerned and where children are concerned, the focus is on intellectual development. However, if you notice that holistic development for a child is not just intellectual, it also encompasses spiritual, moral, physical, emotional, and social. And many a time, children's emotional and social development is delayed because there is no emphasis on it. So looking at the school readiness, school readiness isn't just preparing a child to enter kindergarten or year one by ensuring that they know their 1, 2, 3s and their ABCs. That's intellectual. But more than that, school readiness also means that the child needs to have social and emotional competencies. That means the child must be able to work with others, need to know how to make friends, need to know what is appropriate behavior and what is not appropriate behavior. So what is self-regulation? Well, there are 3 different aspects of self-regulation. Focused attention is one. Secondly, managing difficult and uncomfortable emotions. And thirdly, delaying gratification. Some tasks, right, which require emotional regulation are firstly, being able to tolerate frustration and being able to tolerate being alone for a short period of time. Being able to engage others, to socialize, to develop friendships. Recognizing danger, coping with anxiety and fear, defending oneself within the bounds of acceptable behavior, which means that if somebody, all right, pushes you or hits you, what can you do and what should you do? And finally, developing interest and motivation in learning. And this, of course, is very important if we want children to do well in school. Self-regulation includes these skills: cooperation, focusing attention, managing transitions, that means managing to move from one activity to another, following routines, managing strong emotions, sharing things and sharing space, waiting and taking turns. And you will realize, of course, that these skills are essential to school and at home. So self-regulation develops from time the baby is born and up until the adolescent or teenage years. In early childhood as well as in adolescence, all right, these 2 periods of growth mean that the brain really changes a lot, it develops a lot. And this is where self-regulation skills are necessary. Now, skills can be strengthened and they can be taught by caregivers, they can be taught by teachers. And self-regulation, all right, develops in social relationships. You need to have another person there. You need that give and take in order to develop self-regulation. And also, when parents and or teachers, all right, want to teach self-regulation, they need to have the concept of being a co-regulator. That means you don't impose it on the child, but rather you help the child, you support the child. This graph shows us that there is tremendous growth in the human brain in the first year of life. Okay? Sensory pathways, language, and higher cognitive function all right, peak in the first year of life. So children need to be stimulated in this time of life, and this is also a time where children can be taught. Now, so what does it mean? Does it mean that if the children don't learn to regulate their emotions during the important first year, they'll never be able to do so? No. Okay, let's have a have a look a bit at brain function. The amygdala is where emotions are centered. And if the amygdala doesn't develop well, there will be problems with emotional control as well as difficulty with cause and effect. All right, then the child also will have difficulty empathizing and sympathizing, and will have difficulties using words and using and describing their emotions. Also, all right, the child will be in a state of anxiety, worried. Now, if the hippocampus is not properly developed, learning will be difficult. And all right, making of memories and remembering the memory is also difficult. For example, learning multiplication tables. So the child has difficulty trying to remember. And then when the child has remembered some of it, all right, in class, when they have to do the work or when they have a quiz, the child cannot retrieve the memory of the times table. And in addition, all right, hippocampus also controls impulsiveness. The frontal lobe controls impulse, organization, time management, and understanding of social cues. So this is the area we especially need to work on for teenagers. What are the problems in school when a child is not able to regulate emotions? Well, there will be difficulty in terms of the child being unable to manage fears and anxieties or manage their anger or their aggression. They will also have some difficulty with maintaining attention. And this is important in class when the teacher is teaching, the child needs to be able to pay sustained attention. In addition, there will be difficulty controlling impulses and response to danger. Neuroplasticity, all right, is a rather new concept over the past 15 years or so. And neuroplasticity has shown us that our brains are not static. Our brains actually can change and they can develop. Why? Because the brain is constantly rewiring itself. The neurons in the brains are constantly making new connections. And emotional competencies that may not have been developed naturally, okay, can actually be taught through purposeful teaching and strategic planning. So, as parents, as teachers, how do we model self-regulation? Have a look at the pictures below. We've seen this in an aeroplane, right? So when the oxygen mask drops into the cabin, it is the adult who must put on the mask before assisting the child. So in the same way, okay, we adults need to be able to regulate our emotion and then let the children see how we are managing. So firstly, we speak in calm tones. No shouting or yelling. Shouting or yelling actually means you're out of control. Okay, we model self-calming strategies, which I will talk about later. We talk children and help them slowly, step by step, through these self-calming strategies. And then We use words to express our emotions, and we make sure that they hear it so that they learn the words. We model conflict resolution skills. So if there's a disagreement, how are we going to settle it? And finally, all right, we model selective attention. Meaning, for instance, if a child is supposed to be studying, okay, just say at the dining table doing homework, the television is on, okay, and grandmother is cooking in the kitchen. So the child needs to be able to switch off all the other distractions and just focus on the homework. So selective attention. Now, how do we help children to self-regulate? Well, firstly, we tell children what to do. We don't tell children what not to do. In schools, this is, all right, often practiced. Jangan lari, class rules. So, jangan lari, murid, jangan lari. Now, what do the children hear? Lari, lari, lari. Run more. Instead, tell the children what you want to do, which is don't. Okay, you don't want them to run. So the other way around, what do you want them to do? Please walk. Walk. Please walk. So they only hear walk, walk, walk. They walk. We help children to learn to use words, okay, to explain their emotions and learn words to calm down or to regulate themselves. We, all right, model self-control, and we model consideration in the way we speak, very polite at all times. Yeah. And then, very important, especially the younger the child is, the child needs to have quiet activities as well as active activities. The quiet activities put in between all the busy activities will actually give them a chance to calm down. We teach children, all right, to name their emotions, to label their emotions: sad, scared, happy, angry. All right. I like this poster. It has pictures of real children's faces, yeah. And this is another poster which I use in class. This poster is an emotional thermometer. How do you feel? Very happy or angry or wow, furious, okay, absolutely in a rage, right? So the children learn that, okay, you can actually, that your feelings can actually intensify or escalate, and it can also de-escalate. So from being very angry, okay, you can move down to what? You can try and calm down, so then you become more upset. And then from being upset, you calm down, then you're more relaxed. So children understand that from this, that they can actually change or manage their emotions. This is a lovely chart, very thought-provoking. I can't control anyone else, but I can control myself. I can control my words, I can control my thoughts, my choices, my actions, my reactions, and my future. So, all right, don't say, you make me so angry. No, okay, I can control myself and my feelings. Okay, I am letting you make me angry. Okay, so that means you can do something about your anger. You are in control. This is another lovely chart. Okay, there are two circles. One is things I can control and things I can't control. I cannot control other people's words, other people's mistakes, other people's actions, other people's thoughts, other people's ideas, or the way other children play. I can't control that. Okay, but I can control myself. So if the children have started, all right, as part of playing hide and seek, they started pushing each other. Okay, I can't control that. But what I can do is that I move away. I don't push. It is quite a very liberating thought. Things I can control and things I cannot control. You can't control, leave it. Focus on what you can control, which is yourself. I actually love this picture. Self-control in action. So you see, the person is angry, okay? And when he's angry, he wants what? He's clenching his fists, and I think he wants to hit somebody. But then, before he does that, the brain takes over. Stop, you cannot hit. Okay? That is self-control, and that is regulating your emotion. You want to get angry, you want to hit, you're angry, but stop. And this is, all right, something which we need to teach children about anger. Of course, we will get angry sometimes. It's normal. So it's okay to be angry. But when you're angry, you don't hurt others, you don't hurt yourself, and you don't hurt property or break things. Okay? Tell an adult, tell your teacher how you feel. All right. Here are some strategies for children to stop their thoughts. Okay. They are angry. Right. They can imagine a stop sign, or they can imagine traffic light with a red light on. Stop. Okay. Or they sing a song. They think of a happy memory. They imagine poking balloons, and you hear the sound pop, 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 pop. So they focus on that. So these are some thoughts stopping strategies. And this is, all right, important. Many a time we will say, all right, don't be angry, or stop shouting, stop yelling. All right. And then what are they supposed to do instead? So this is the problem-solving wheel. It gives the children options how to manage. So, okay, I want to hit, but I know I cannot. So, I think of the traffic light, stop. And then now, I walk away. Okay, I leave them. I ignore it. Okay, the children are pushing, and I know they shouldn't be pushing. Okay, tell them to stop. Stop pushing. Okay, but if they don't, all right, I walk away. All right, or all right, I want to play the board game that there are already children playing. So okay, never mind. I can play it later. I'm gonna go over there to play. Okay, with Play-Doh or with Lego. So go to another activity. So these are options. Now, if children are unable to regulate their emotions, they will become emotionally unstable. And the other problem is that they become very easily upset. Okay, will cry, will shout, will yell. This is called externalizing behavior. They are upset inside. They don't know how to say they're upset. They hit, they throw, they scream. Okay. Now, so if you don't want all that externalizing behavior, we need to teach emotional regulation. So again, we need to teach what? Self-control. Now, first thing is this: teach children to read their bodies. Our bodies give us signals, Okay. Now, for example, all right, if you are sad, okay, which part of your body will show that you're sad? So children may say, oh, the eyes. Well, the eyes are crying. So okay, you can put, okay, you can draw eyes here with tears. Then what else? Well, I think somewhere here near my heart, okay, I feel it's uncomfortable, a bit painful. Okay, all right. So what about when you're angry? Okay, how do you feel when you're angry? Oh, my head feels tight. Okay, and then my muscles here also, right? I feel like I want to shout, I want to scream, but I want to hold it back. So body clues. And these two worksheets here actually teach a child what are the different parts of the body and how they feel when you're angry. Okay. Here we have, all right, an emotional thermometer. Again, for younger children, you've got these faces here. Okay, and then you can tell the child, okay, where are you now? Okay, I'm happy. One. Oh, what about you, Sally? I'm two. Why? I don't know. I there's a new teacher, so I don't know whether she'll like me. Okay, so they can tell you. All right. Now, this is a great visual. All right. The heart and the brain work together to regulate emotions. Okay. How do we support self-regulation? Well, firstly, we teach the children or provide them with labels to name their emotions. We teach them how to self-talk to calm down. We teach them how to take deep breaths. We show a child what to do and ask them to follow us. Okay. When they respond, okay, they do what we are modeling, we reinforce and praise them. We explain them rules. For example, the anger rules. It's okay to be angry, but you do not hit. Okay. You talk to them. If the situation is upsetting, you talk to them, all right, to understand it and finally, okay, decide on how you're going to react. And then delay gratification, which means, for instance, when children say that they want to eat ice cream and they know that ice cream is in the fridge, and the mother says, nope, have dinner first, and then you can actually have a screaming and yelling sometimes. All right. But so you did teach to delay gratification. This thing sheet is good. It helps the children to understand. Okay. So you ask, how did you feel just now? I was mad. And what happened when you are mad? I chose to kick. Okay. Right. Is that the right thing to do? No. So next time, what will you do when you're mad? Next time I will count from 1 to 10. That's good. Okay. So this actually gets the children to think things through. And this worksheet is on good and bad choices. So good choices are to be colored green, bad choices red. So we have helping others and listening, always trying my best are good. Okay. Swinging back and forth in my chair, whoops. Okay. Not listening, hurting others, bullying, all these are bad, all red choices. So this actually gets them to think and understand what is good, acceptable behavior and what's not. Here are some calming strategies for the children. You teach them, all right, to think happy thoughts. Teach them and count with them. Deep breath. Okay, breathe in. Okay, let's count. All right. Many children like to color and draw, so all right, give them that opportunity. They can read, they can take exercise, all right. They can write in their journal, they can talk to somebody. You can use a timer. Okay, 5 minutes, time's out. No one says anything. Okay, just keep quiet. That'll help them to calm down. Another poster about ways where a child can calm himself or herself. And here, this is a poster that teaches a child what to do when someone is irritating them or someone is hurting them. Look at that person, put up your hand to say, stop. Okay, I don't like it. Right? And if the person doesn't stop, go and find a teacher. This is very helpful in preventing bullying. So this is actually teaching the children to be assertive. Stop, I don't like it. This poster teaches children how to be kind. We tell children, be kind, be kind, be kind. What does it mean to be kind? Say nice things, smile, take turns. And you can actually have this as an activity for 1 week at home or in class. And every time you see a child being kind, all right, you say it. I see Mary is sharing and taking turns with the Lego set. You are very kind, Mary. Then you ask the children, when they see other children being kind, they should also mention it. Same thing with be respectful. These are ways that a child can be respectful and they can practice this in school. And this accepting no. I think a lot of problems, a lot of people are not just children have a problem with no. They get upset. So it says here, I might not like being told no, but I have to stay calm and not get angry or upset. I can ask nicely if I can choose something else, or I can calmly say how I feel. For example, I don't like being told no. Okay, right? So how to accept no is important. Now, in early years and primary school classrooms, we can teach the following in order to help the children regulate their emotions. We teach them problem solving. We model for them in class conflict resolution. We provide time, space, and support to manage emotions. So you can actually have in your classroom one space whereby there's Play-Doh there. There are some coloring books. There are some colorful picture books. Okay, and children who are upset, they need time to calm down. You take them to the corner and tell them to stay there, all right, for 5 minutes. And what you do is that you have a timer and you put it next to the child. When the timer rings, you come back. So that gives them time to calm down. Just like when we are very angry, okay, and you ask us to go on, continue doing our work, we can't. So in the same way, we respect the child's need to have time alone. We model and we prompt the children, okay, what needs to be done, step 1, step 2, okay. We also check that they are doing their work, all right. Okay, everybody, now you should have finished page 1, okay, and turn over to page 2, please. Right. Now, for secondary school, a number of teenagers have difficulty because suddenly, all right, their hormones, okay, are surging through their bodies, and then academic workload has increased, both in amount as well as in difficulty. So we need to help children or teenagers and parents how to monitor and reinforce task completion. That means they do their work, yeah, and they finish it. And then we need to teach them how to organize. We may actually need to teach them how to use what do you call these things? Calendars and the phone alarms, yeah. Teach them to plan and to prioritize, to do important things first, okay. You may need to meet up with the child, the teacher, and the parent to figure out, okay, a solution, or rather not a solution, an action plan to help them with social and academic issues. We also, all right, need to teach, and not just teach, we also need to practice healthy stress management in the classroom as well as at home. Then when teenagers are very upset, and they do get upset, okay, that is not the time to talk to them. That is not the time to make a decision. Let them cool down first. Yeah. And all right, I have gone through very quickly, yeah, just the basics of emotional regulation. Emotional regulation techniques are important for, and they are actually a vital life skill. And I hope that you will be able to teach as well as model these skills. Thank you.